seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
We don't want your schools, but we want our schools to be the highest and the best possible for our black progeny. See, what people don't understand, we are saying and we're not asking. You see, the die is cast, as I said, we're not asking, we're saying this is the way it's going to be. You can kill all the black folks you want to, baby, but you will not kill the freedom of black folks. It's coming, we're going to get it. We fought in every one of your damn lousy wars, baby, and you give us nothing.
Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
You keep your word. You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man, you're a worm, you're afraid of us, you're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground that we will match you and we will override you. And if that's what you're afraid of us, then tell us that just what you're afraid of. But don't keep hiding it from us and holding this up to us, and every time we ask you for something, you give us a little bit of something, and it's all tokenism. We don't want tokenism. And there are most black men in this world that don't want charity. And yet still every time we ask you for something, you give us a little piece, a little piece. You're playing games with us. We're not children.
The 400 years that I've existed there, 3 years, 3 generations within my own family, why don't you know what I'm like? What is it so new in 1968 or, in the 60s that you've got to learn? Because my grandfather was born, he's 90. My mother was ready for integration. She's middle-class Negro. Now, all of a sudden, you come to me and you say, communicate with me. Hell, I've been here all the time. And we've been Where were you? Communicate. Now, what do I have to say to you? The most advanced nation in the world. It has to be resolved. It has to be resolved because I want my children to have an answer. If not me, I personally prefer that I have an answer. I don't have, I like to think I don't have my lifetime to waste on this.
Most people say, if you don't like it here, get out. That's for spineless people. Spineless bastards who don't want to fight for what they believe in. Well, I'm staying here because I was born here. And I am going to fight for my freedom. And before I have kids, I am going to make sure that this damn United States deserves the existence of my kids, because I will not rest until every Sunday school is safe for my kids, so that they won't get killed.
We are proud of being black and of our black heritage, but white America does not accept the concept that this is a multiracial society. It has never accepted the fact that there are black people, brown people, yellow people here alongside them. They've always looked upon America as being white, and hence all of its propaganda is directed at us to convince us that somehow or the other we must become white before they will accept us.
Welcome, my beautiful black people. So tell me, after watching that video clip, has anything changed? I don't think anything has changed. First and foremost, I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. It's important that we understand one very clear thing here, and that's that things have got worse. I'm calling to all my fellow black brothers and sisters, your time is up. Time is up. It's time for you to relocate and come back. Come back to Africa. I'm calling you to come back here. Yeah, do your research. It doesn't matter what you have to do, but I'm calling you. Africa is calling you. Just like in my last video, which was titled, Let My People Go. You need to watch that video. Africa is become the Moses that's calling to the pharaohs of the world to call his people back from the diaspora. That's what I said, calling Africans to come back. And nothing has changed. You know, things have got worse. I'm so upset over this last killing in the US, this rapper that was killed. There's a long string of them that are being killed. Young people dying in America. And this is not the future that Dr. King and all the greats spoke about. You know, this is not the promised land that they spoke about. Like I said, Africa is the promised land. Yes, it's not all of you that can leave, but those of you that can, please begin to do that now. I'm telling you, I'm speaking, you know, as a prophet. I'm speaking as somebody who speaks on behalf of the roots and the heritage of Africa, that, you know, let my people go and come back, return back to a land that's safe, to a land that's going to embrace you, to a land where your children's children will leave an inheritance, to a land that's flowing with milk and honey of opportunities. Yeah, every country's got its challenges, every continent's got its challenges, but you guys belong here. I'm going to make this video very short, but share this video to as many people as you can, please. I'm not after likes and subscribes. I'm not doing this for YouTube. I'm doing this for the love I have for my fellow brothers and sisters who are there in the USA. I love you guys, and I want you guys to be safe. I want your kids, I want your families to be safe. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to stop breaking your backs and working so many jobs and living in a place that doesn't accept you, embrace you, no matter how rich, successful you are. I know of millionaires, and I know about celebrities who, up to now, if they do not conform to a certain standard, they won't be accepted. They won't be invited to certain functions. They'll be looked down upon as long as they live there. And so it's time for you to understand that I'm doing this for the liberation, for the peace, for the pride I have for my heritage and for my people. Come back home. God bless you.
And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people